Okay, so what a midlife crisis looks like. My midlife crisis. It's been a few days, so, oh, by the way, yeah, the snow that was covering my car. Remember what I said? I think the town should just show up and clear my car? Well, they cleared down the one side of the car, but it was still 3 ways around and on the top, and I left her to go hang out with my friend. When we come back, she dropped me off. My car was cleared. Like miraculously. What the heck? Who cleared off my car? Because I knew I hadn't posted that video yet. Nobody knew what I said. As it turned out, my daughter and her fiance, when they got back, they did that for me. So that was awesome. Now, I couldn't get it moved the next day because there was a bank in front and behind of the car. So I had to wait until one of those banks got cleared so I could move it. By the time the bank got cleared, my car battery was dead. Of course. So then I had to wait to get a jump start on my car so I could move my car. So I did that, got the car moved. Like a day or two later, my friend came over to clear the computer. And I was like, well, why you got the key in there? Turn her over. And yeah, battery dead. Oh my God. So I'm thinking like, I'm going to have to get a battery. So I was talking to my friend from Florida last night and he said, better have that car ready or I'm not flying up. Okay, so I was like, okay, well today I'm going to go down and get a battery because I just don't need this sucker, like not starting when we're in the middle of nowhere. So the plan was to go down to town today to grab a battery to throw into my car. So I go to the store to have a cup of coffee like I always do this morning. I found somebody who could jumpstart my car for me, can jumpstart it at 1 o'clock. So that's great, then I'll have all day to get stuff done. And then within 5 minutes I find out the town is on lockdown. I can't go anywhere. Nobody can go anywhere. What do you mean the town is on lockdown? Oh yeah, there's a shooter right down the block. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. I mean, when I said like Mother Nature was going to throw everything at me she can before I leave, it's not just Mother Nature. Just 2 days ago, I said something about this town being on national news about every 3 to 4 years, more so than the city I came from. And then I said, well, it's been a while, we're probably due. And then here it is. We got a shooter right down the block. SWAT teams, AR-15s, the whole freaking 9 yards, and we can't leave our homes. So now I gotta wait till tomorrow to get the battery. At this point, it's 9 days I'm leaving here, and then I'm gonna go down to see the family and spend a few days there, and thought we were gonna leave here about April 5th or 6th. That got changed, we're leaving here April 3rd. He's gonna fly in, I'm gonna pick him up at the airport, and we're gonna hit the road. One of the locals here heard me talking about the battery in my car when I was at the store today, so he's going to send a buddy of his. He already talked to his buddy. His buddy's going to come over here tomorrow and run a full diagnostics on my car to see if there's anything that she needs to get me from here to Florida. So that's good. So there's a lot of good things happening, but in the meanwhile, I still keep getting hit with this and that and the other thing, and like, holy cow. Okay, so as far as the bank card goes, I contacted the bank, find out what was going on there. Apparently they had sent me a card, it got sent back to them, so they put my card on hold. And so she did whatever it was she had to do. They're going to resend the card. I should have that in a few days down at my mailing address, which I'm going to stop and pick up on my way out of here. So I hope there's nothing wrong with the card when I get that. The card that I have here, she said that they reactivated that and that should be good, to the end of the month. So, okay, good and well. But then I got a message from Google that they got denied again. So, I don't know about calling card services again or just talk to them when I go down to the bank tomorrow. So I have to get the card working again. I don't know. Ugh. It's always something. Also, I chatted with my friend in Florida who told me he was going to fly up here, and the last video I said I'm pretty sure he hadn't got his ticket yet, and he told me that no, he hasn't gotten his ticket. He said that he's been waiting for me to show him proof that the car is going to has been taken care of and is going to make it down there. So I explained to him all the things that have been going on about the car. I was supposed to show him proof today about the battery or something, and just to make sure that, she was going to be all legal driving down today, but I couldn't get out of town because of the lockdown. Ugh. So at this point so far, I'm feeling kind of confident that my friend will show up. I told him, I said, just go ahead and get the ticket, and if the car's not done, I'll just send you the money for the ticket. But he said, no, I'm not going to buy that. So he said, just get the car done. So I'm like, well, I'm working on it. It's just I've been having all these things preventing things. So anyway, so it's great because, you know, this guy here in town is going to send his buddy over to run a diagnostics on the car. That's going to happen tomorrow right here in my parking lot, from what I understand. And this guy said if the battery is able to keep a charge, he's going to charge that sucker right up. He's got whatever equipment up there. That's great. If not, he's going to give me a battery on his price, which is going to be a lower price than if I just ran down here to the parts store. So that's cool. So I'm getting a lot of help, I think. I mean, I know like nobody probably feels like they're helping me a lot, but there's always there's a little bit from this person, a little bit from that person, a little bit from this person. Everybody's doing a little bit for me. And as far as I feel, as far as I'm concerned, the way it feels to me is like it's a lot. Like I'm getting a lot of help. I don't think they understand the whole midlife crisis thing. I think a lot of them think I'm crazy. But I also wonder if maybe they think like, oh, this woman's crazy. You got to give her a little bit of a hand here and make sure she survives. I just know like almost every day I got somebody else saying, so you're really doing this, huh? So you're really doing this? You're really going? Yes, I'm really going. I've got 8 more days I'm leaving here. And then I'm going to be a few days with the family and then hit the road out of the state on April 3rd. So FYI, for anybody who doesn't know, my birthday is April 11th. So I should be in Florida by my birthday. But I don't put a whole lot in birthdays anyways, except for I might with this one because this is going to be the big 5-0. Hopefully, shit stops happening and it'll be just a nice smooth ride from here on out. Because we're coming down to the wire. I keep getting hit with all this crap coming out of left field, but I'm plugging along because I'm out of here. If I don't leave New York, I'm going to die. If I have to stay here, I'm going to die. So I have to go, no matter what happens. I do get a little nervous at the idea of leaving because I know I'm going to miss so much. I'm going to miss mountain summits. I'm going to miss waterfalls. And mostly, of course, I'm going to miss people. There's so many people I'm going to miss. The family and then the friends that have been around, my, morning routine and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of stuff that I'm going to miss. And then I get nervous about the idea of being, I'm going to be so far away from home. Then it's like, well, wait, it's going to be a new home or whatever, or I'm not going to have a home. I don't know. I know I was also thinking like, I'm feeling like, man, once I roll out of New York, I'll probably never stop back in here again. So now I can almost understand my dad. Although I think that was for other reasons that he'll never come back. So a midlife crisis is like just really, really strange. Like, I know I've said it before, like, it was like all of a sudden anything that never was clear to me became clear, and things that really were clear to me just became a jumbled mess in my head. And it's still that way. I'm learning the things that are clear to me now and finding my way through that, and learning how to let go of the things that are no longer clear to me. It's really weird to explain. If anybody has had a midlife crisis or going through it now, put some comments or something in the comment section below. Share with us. That would be so wonderful, because I know that there are some other people who are having a midlife crisis that are kind of like watching, following along. I know a lot of my family and friends, which is initially what I started this for anyways, let the family and friends know what I'm thinking and that I'm not crazy, although I think they think I'm crazier now than before. But a lot of other people, like, we need to share. Those of us that are going through a midlife crisis, I think we really need to share with each other, because it is such an unknown territory, and it can be exciting and it can be scary, and in a way that nothing has ever been before. So share, throw something in the comments. So that's an update on my midlife crisis. Maybe like, again, a couple of days for the next video to go up. Click like. Share if you find anything interesting. If you know anybody who's going through a midlife crisis, if you're concerned that someone's going to be going through it, maybe pass the video on. Or don't share if you don't want to do crazy things. Click subscribe and follow me along through this midlife crisis journey and see if I survive, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to go all over the world. But who knows what's going to happen?